Hello and welcome to my new channel, Si Vs A.I. I'm Simon and I'm going to be taking on six of the best or six of the biggest AI platforms in a bit of a football prediction shootout. As the World Cup's around the corner, I thought what better place to start than with a World Cup special. So the focus of the channel really will be me predicting 104 matches that we've got in this World Cup, in this expanded version, 48 teams. 104 matches against six well-known AI platforms, and see who comes out on top. Will it be me or will it be the machine? So how it's going to work, quite a simple scoring system set up. Basically, we're going to award 5 points for correct score, 3 points for correct result and goal difference. So, for example, if I was to predict Mexico versus South Africa and predict Mexico to win 2-0 and the match result ended 4-2 to Mexico, then I would get 3 points because I've predicted the right result. The right outcome, shall I say, but I've got the goal difference right of a two goal win to Mexico, for example. If you just get the correct result only, that's 1 point, and if it's completely wrong, you get a big fat 0. So 5 points for the correct exact score, 3 points for correct result and correct goal difference, 1 point for just the correct result only, and 0 for getting everything wrong. So how I've done it is I asked AI, various platforms, so we got the usual suspects, ChatGPT, Grok, Gemini, Copilot, Claude, Meta, or Meta, Tomato, however you want to say it, and I think there's another one somewhere. Who we got? Yeah, ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, Grok, Copilot, and Meta, and obviously myself. So 7 competitors, and we'll be going through predicting the scores. So what I did, I set up a prompt. You can see it on the screen now, asking the platforms to give me a score prediction, a match winner or draw, short reasoning why they've come to that conclusion, give them a couple of sentences, give me a confidence percentage and possibly one key player for that particular game, or a key factor that could help decide the match. And the results are in. Now this is going to be part 1 of the video because I didn't want to go through 24 matches in one video because it would be quite long, so I'm going to have a second part. So I've just done the first 12 matches, which takes us up to I think the 17th of June, or 16th of June, possibly the day before the England game. So without further ado, let's get on to the first one. So the first match it's opening the World Cup is Mexico versus South Africa. Fantastic stadium, the Azteca, one of my favourites from Mexico '86, one of the most iconic stadiums in world football, in my opinion. It's got a new name now, but it's always going to be the Azteca for me. So I have gone for 2-0 to Mexico on this one. If we have a look at the squads there, I mean, Mexico are generally quite strong. They're generally good enough to possibly get to a quarter final in the World Cup. They never probably really get much further than that. So, but I fancy them quite easily to beat South Africa. South Africa making their first appearance in the tournament since 2010, when we had to listen to them vuvuzelas during every game. Nightmare. Hopefully they don't let them in the stadium with them this time, but we'll see. In this one, Mexico, Premier League watch. They've got 2 players, Mexico. Edson Alvarez from West Spam and Raul Jimenez, formerly of Wolves, now Fulham. Couple of Premier League players there. to watch. And for South Africa, Lyle Foster from Burnley, although they're no longer in the Premier League, nor West Ham as it happens. Shame it wasn't Tottenham, but that's another matter. Yeah, so I've gone for 2-0. The AI seems to agree, so we got ChatGPT, think it's going to be 2-1, Gemini 2-1, Claude goes with my result 2-0, Grok has gone 2-1, Copilot's gone 2-1, and Meta has gone 2-0. So we've got a mixed bag there. 3 of us think it's going to be 2-0, and 3 of us think it's going to be 2-1. But everyone's gone for a home win. Mexico, play on home soil, host one of the host nations. Yeah, I can't see anything else. And if I was a betting man, I would probably go with 2-0 Mexico on that one. And when I last looked at the odds, correct score 2-0 was 5-1, roughly. Next match, we've got South Korea versus Czech Republic. This one is a really, really tough one to call. I think it's probably got draw written all over it. South Korea generally qualify for tournaments. Obviously, their best ever one was 2002 when they got to the semi. But there was a bit of contentious about how they got there with some dodgy refereeing decisions. But we won't go into that too much. But fair play to them. Yeah, Czech Republic, they're always there or thereabouts in tournaments. They'll always qualify. They never really do anything when they get there. Tend to suck the life out of football, really, generally. They've got decent players, but don't like to play football. Just want to sit there, defend, and hope to scrape a 1-0 win, or if it's a knockout game, knock people out on penalties. This one, as you can see from the slide, it's 1-1 across the board. Everyone thinks it's going to be a draw. I think that's probably most likely. If I was a betting man, I would probably go for a draw. I wouldn't like to predict I wouldn't like to put money on the 1-1 draw. It could be 0-0 with these pair. But we'll see. 1-1s across the board there for South Korea and the Czechs. Was it Czechia now? Czech Republic, Czechia. Right. Next match is one of the other host nations. We've got Canada against Bosnia and Herzegovina. Canada, it's probably their strongest ever group, I'd probably say, for a starting 11. They're not renowned as a footballing nation as such, but they got, at this moment, quite a good core group there in that team. Obviously, the big star would probably be the Bayern Munich player, Alphonso Davies. But they have got other decent players. Premier League watch. You've got one of the goalkeepers, Owen Goodman, plays for Palace. Didn't really see him that much last season. You've got a Fulham player, I can't even say his surname. Hull player, not technically Premier League yet, but there will be in a few months. Liam Miller, and from Bosnia, they got one player, and that's again another Hull player, Amir Hadzimatovic. Easy for him to say. Yeah, so a couple of Premier League players from each team on show. Bosnia, I'm not sure what to make of them. I've gone for a home win again. I've gone for Canada, home nation. Going for the fans behind them. Got a very good team at the moment. Probably the strongest Canadian team to enter a competition. I've gone for 2-1. Bosnia did, however, knock Italy out in the qualifiers, so fantastic result for them to get past Italy. It's a travesty that Italy haven't been at a World Cup for donkey's years now. But if you don't win your games, you don't get through, do you? So, yeah, 2-1 across the board. Me and the 6 AIs have gone 2-1. So we'll see how that pans out. Moving on again, so the first 4 matches, we've got 3 of the host nations playing. The next one is the USA against Paraguay. Again, I've gone 2-0 to USA. Again, another host nation. I think they'll get off to a decent start. Very good manager in charge, old Pochettino. We saw him in the Premier League for a while at Spuds. Yeah, good manager. I do like Poch. Decent American team. I work nights, so I see quite a bit of the MLS when I've got it. Well, I work from home sometimes, so I've got it on in the background, and when it's on, I do watch them. They've got some decent players. Again, they've probably got a few dotted around in most of the European teams throughout Europe. Let's have a look how many we've got in that group. United States, here we go. United States. Premier League players, we've got 5 for them. So you got Chris Richards from the mighty Palace, Anthony Robinson at Fulham, Tyler Adams, Bournemouth midfielder, and Brennan Aronson at Dirty Leeds. Paraguay, got a couple of players, don't really know them really. Omar Alderete at Sunderland and Diego Gomez at Brighton. Yeah, I've gone home win there, crowd behind them. I've gone 2-0. All the platforms I've gone for a USA win. 4 have gone for the 2-0 win. Co-pilot and Meta have gone 2-1 USA and 1-0 USA. So we'll see. Moving on, we got Qatar. Obviously, they hosted the last World Cup. They're playing against Switzerland. Swiss team, generally quite good, fairly strong. Got probably a load of players that we all know. Play most of the big leagues in Europe. A few Premier League players there. Granit Xhaka, Zeki Amdouni from Burnley, Dan Ndoye at Forest, and Noah Okafor at Leeds. Yeah, I think that'll be too strong for Qatar. I've gone 3-0 to Switzerland. Co-pilot and Meta have also gone 3-0, and the other 4 have gone 2-0 to Switzerland. That's how we see it. This game, yeah, looking forward to this one. Brazil versus Morocco. Morocco had a fantastic last World Cup. Got to the semis, played some really good stuff, good on the counter, played some really good football. Yeah, I thought they were brilliant in the last World Cup. Are they going to be a strong 4 years down the line? I'm not so sure. I don't think they'll get as far this time. Brazil, always going to be fairly strong. They'll be alright with the heat as well. Yeah, I've gone 1-0 Brazil. I don't think they're going to wipe the floor with Morocco. I still think they'll put up a decent fight, but I fancy Brazil for that one. So I've gone 1-0. All the AIs I've gone for Brazil. A few different scores here. We've got 4 have gone for the 2-1 win, and we've got Grok and Meta have gone 3-1 Brazil. I think it'll be a bit tighter than that, and we'll see. Next one, Haiti versus Scotland. I've gone 2-1 to Scotland. It'll probably be the Scottish thing to do to make it hard for themselves and probably go 1-0 down. But then they'll fight back, and I fancy them to win. A few creative players, especially coming from the back with Robertson and Kearney. Midfield is pretty good, especially attacking-wise. John McGinn, Scott McTominay had a couple of brilliant seasons at Napoli now. Yeah, I could see them do. The one thing that worries me about Scotland is their forward line. I don't really rate any of the forwards. Shea Adams, poor. Lyndon Dijk, waste of space. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be very. They're going to have to rely on goals from other parts. And McGinn and McTominay are probably going to be their main threats when it comes to scoring goals. But they are always full of heart. It's their first World Cup, I think, is it, since 1998. So they'll be looking forward to it. They're always good for a laugh, and I don't mean that in a bad way. Just that the fans are funny, and yeah, they always try, always full of heart. You know, I wouldn't write them off completely, but I think they will win this game against Haiti. That will probably be enough to see them through, because top 2 go through automatically, and then I think it's the 6 or 8 best third places from however many groups we've got now, 12 groups. So I think they'll get through to the next round, and this is the game that they probably really need to win. Premier League watching this one, let's have a look then. I can't imagine Haiti having any players, but let's, are they going to surprise me? They are, they got 2 players. Who would have thought? Here we go, Jean, you got Bellegarde at Wolves, and the forward Wilson. Oh, yeah, Wilson is a door. Is a window, yeah. Sunderland, yeah, he's a good player. He was good till I put him on a fantasy football team, and then, well, then he wasn't very good. But that's just standard for any player. I do apologise to footballers that I put in my fantasy football team. Yeah, okay, so they've got 2 players in there. Scotland, 9. So they've got Angus Gunn, plays for Forest. Hickey, Brentford, yeah. Nathan Patterson, Everton. Andy Robertson, Liverpool, but now he's moved to Tottenham. Ryan Christie there at Bournemouth. Gannon Doak, young English lad at Bournemouth. Tyler Fletcher, Fletcher's son. We've got Super John McGinn and George Hurst at Ipswich. Yeah, like I say, Scotland squad, midfield I quite like, forwards I'm not that keen. Well, we've got Lawrence Shankland, had an absolutely fantastic season at Hearts. If it was me, I'd start him, but no, in Scotland I'd probably start Lyndon Dykes for whatever reason. Me, it would be Shankland up top. But there you go, that's up to them. Right, moving on, what have we got here? So that's the game 9. Moving on to game 10, we've got Australia versus Turkey. I've gone, I think this will be the first 0-0 of the tournament, this one. Australia, always got lots of energy, always give it their all. Again, I just worry about them scoring goals. I think that they always seem to be able to defend fairly well, but scoring goals always seems to be their major issue. I've gone for 0-0. As you can see, the rest of the platforms have gone for mainly a Turkey win, mainly 2-1, apart from Grok that's also gone for a draw, and Grok has gone 1-1. So yeah, Turkey, you know, they've got some decent players, Turkey. Always flattered to deceive though when they're at a tournament. Well, we'll see how they get on. Australia, no current players playing in the Premier League. Cameron Burgess at Swansea in the Championship. What else we got here? Any other Championship players? Harry Suter at Leicester. What else we got? Cammy Devlin up in Arts. No, that's it. Most of the players, a few play in America, a couple play in Australia, and then a few dotted around Europe. There we go. And Turkey, 2 players, Man U's reserve goalkeeper, Bayendia, and Ferdi Kadioglu at Brighton. Not overly familiar with him. Got some decent players, Turkey, but I think they'll win this game. No, I don't. I think they'll draw this game. This could be. I'm going for 0-0. I think Australia to hold out, keep a shutout, and could be the first 0-0 of the tournament. Match 11. This is a bit of a mismatch. Germany versus Curacao. As expected, all the AIs have gone for a win. I've gone for 4-0. ChatGPT is the only one that's kept the score down a little bit at 3-0. All the rest have gone 4-0. I think it could be somewhere between 3 to 5-0 this one, so we will see. German players in the Premier League. Who have we got? Let's have a look. 5 players showing. So we've got the defender at Newcastle, Malik Thiaw. Pascal Gross, Wirtz at Liverpool, Kai Havertz at the Arse, and Nick Woltemade at Newcastle. We started the season quite well. Tailed off a bit, Newcastle went on a bit of a bad patch, didn't they? So, yeah. But Germany got a decent team. Yeah. I'd never write off a German team winning something. Well, could be there or thereabouts. They generally are. Yeah. And Curacao, are they going to have any players at the World Cup from the Premier League? No. Not surprised. Anyone in the Championship? Let's have a quick look through. Yeah, Chong at Sheffield United. Okay. That's the only one on these shores. Oh, we've got a Rotherham player as well. Big shout out to Ajani Martha at Rotherham. There we go. Fair play. Right, moving on. Last match, and this is this one. I am also looking forward to this one. This is Netherlands versus Japan. Yeah, good game. Japan, really good side. Japan. I'm thinking potential dark horses to go quite far in this tournament. Netherlands never ever seem to get it together as a team sometimes. Yeah, for some reason, I've got on paper very good players, but when it comes to playing as a team, they don't seem to be able to pull it off. They should be getting a lot further in tournaments than they do. Always technically gifted. Let's have a little look at their team for this one. It's Group F, yeah. So 15 players currently playing their trade in the Premier League. Robin Roofs in goal, Verbruggen, Brighton, so 2 keepers. Mark Flecken, formerly in the Premier League. Got Nathan Ake at City, Dijk, Liverpool, Hato at Chelsea, Van Hecker at Brighton, Van der Ven, Spuds, and Timber at the Arse. We've got Gravenberch, Reinders at City, Life at Brighton, Brian Brobby, Sunderland, Cody Gakpo, Liverpool, Kluivert at Bournemouth, and Somerville, West Ham. Also got Donny O'Marlon, who's been banging them in at Roma on loan from Villa. Yeah, so again, strong squad on paper. But I've actually gone for a Japan win. It's a bit out there, this one, but I really like the look of this Japan team. They've got quite a lot of players that play in the Eredivisie, and they've got a forward that plays for Feyenoord, and he's been smashing it over there. His name, where is he? Yeah, so Ayase Ueda. I hope that's how it's pronounced. I'll find out during the World Cup for sure. Yeah, 3 players in that squad that play in the Premier League. Got Endo at Liverpool, Kamada at Palace, and Tanaka at Leeds. Yeah, decent players, good squad, always high energy. Japan had a really good World Cup a few years back. Unlucky to get beat by Belgium, I thought. Yeah, so I've gone for a bit of a banana skin from Netherlands in the first game. I've gone for a 2-1 win for Japan. We've got a couple of draws according to AI, Gemini and Copilot have gone Desmond 2-2, and ChatGPT, Claude and Meta and Grok have gone 2-1 Netherlands, the opposite to me. So we'll see. Right, game number 10, so it was number 11. We've got Ivory Coast against Ecuador. Interesting one. Be interesting clash of styles here. Every time I see the Ivory Coast flag, I think Republic of Ireland are qualified. I know the colours are the wrong way around. So I've gone for a Desmond. Meta's gone for the Desmond. The only platform that thinks there's going to be a winner is Claude. They've gone for 2-1 to the Coast of Ivory, and the rest have gone 1-1. Premier League watch. Let's have a look what we got here. Ivory Coast, where are you? Well, let's start with Ecuador. So they've got Ngape at Arsenal, Caicedo at Chelsea, Payers at Chelsea, and Anguolo at Sunderland. Yeah, some decent players in the squad. I've got a brilliant defender there, Willy Pacho, Paris Saint-Germain. Yeah, I quite like him. Estupiñán and AC. Yeah, decent squad, this Ecuador. I think they might surprise a few as well. Ivory Coast showing us 4 players. Sangare at Forest, Adingra at Sunderland, Ahmad at United, and Evan Gesson. Yeah, I won't. Less said about him. They must be desperate if they're calling him up for players. But no, I slate him too much. Yeah, so I've gone 2-2, Meta's 2-2, 1-1s across the board apart from Claude, who's gone for 2-1. Right, so last but not least, we've got Sweden versus Tunisia. On this one, I've gone for a 1-0 win to Sweden. Most of the platforms have gone the same route, apart from Claude, which has been a bit of an interesting one, for a 2-0 to Sweden. My reasoning for this, I just think Sweden generally quite strong defensively, not overly brave going forward, although they've got a couple of really strong forwards if Isaac can stay fit, and they've got Gyökeres at Arsenal. I'd expect them to beat Tunisia. They've got quite a few Premier League players playing in their team. I think there's about 8 or 9 of them, probably 8 by the looks of it. So they've got obviously Ekdal at Burnley, Goodmanson at Leeds, Lindelof at Villa, Ayari at Brighton, Bergville at Spurs, Ilanga at Newcastle, can be explosive on his day, Gyökeres and Isaac, that everyone knows about, good forwards, get chances, especially Isaac I fancy, if he gets some good service, should stick the ball in the net. I can't see Tunisia getting much out of that game. I fancy Sweden to win that one. I don't think they'll run away with it. That's why I've gone for quite a low score. So I've gone for the 1-0 on it. Sweden, they're generally quite good or strong, but going forward, they are found lacking sometimes. I mean, they had a bit of a shock at getting to the tournament, got in through the back door because of their Nation League performance, but their actual qualifying campaign was awful. I think they finished bottom of the group. Harry Potter took over in October, managed to get them a couple of good results in the qualifying, beat Ukraine and they beat Poland, so maybe things are picking up for them. But in their friendlies since, they got beat by Norway 3-1, got a draw with Greece. Scoring goals now, but whether that maintains during the World Cup or not, I'm not sure. I've got them to win this one. It's not a bad opener for them against Tunisia, so probably expect them to do all right there. So just as a quick recap then, there's my predictions in the already orange, and as you can see in the table, you've got all the predictions from the rest of the AI platforms. So we'll see how it pans out up until the 15th. This is part 1. I didn't want to go for all 24 fixtures in one video, I'll be here for hours. So I've done the first 12, takes us up to the 15th of June. I'll do the next 12 and get them posted out soon. Plans going forward, I'm going to do I think when the Premier League kicks off, I'll do a Premier League predictor session like this. Go for all the 38 weeks of the Premier League and see who comes out on top, me or the machine. Probably be the machine. So we'll see how we get on in the World Cup. Hopefully I'll get some of these right. If you do like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, give it a thumbs down. It's entirely up to you. Subscribe, just so you'll know when I put the next video out. If you'd like this one, feel free to leave a comment, anything you'd like to see more, anything you think could improve. Well, you'd probably say put it in the bin, that would improve it, but there we go. I've done it anyway. So yeah, give it a thumbs up if you like it, subscribe to the channel, get notifications, get them on, you'll be notified then when I get the next few videos out for the rest of the World Cup. Yeah, so one thing before I go, I did ask AI. I did ask him for an overall, who they think's going to win the tournament, and who they think could possibly challenge as an outsider. So I've gone for them, French, and I've gone for France to possibly to win this whole competition. My outsider, I've gone for Portugal. They've got a bit of an ageing squad, Portugal. You know, Ronaldo's 47. They've got a couple of defenders that are 52. But as we saw with Argentina in the last World Cup, FIFA decided that Messi should have a World Cup winners medal before he retires, so they made sure Argentina won the World Cup, and I think they could potentially do the same with Portugal. So that could as an outsider, yeah, Portugal I'm going to go for, purely due to the fact that FIFA will want to make sure Ronaldo gets a World Cup winners medal before he retires. The AI platforms have not been so cynical. They've gone for ChatGPT, have gone for France as well, with Japan as an outsider. Yeah, good shout. Gemini have gone France and Portugal. I'm probably thinking like me, Gemini. Claude has gone Brazil and Portugal. Grok, Spain and Norway. That'll be down to the Haaland effect, I'd have thought. But yeah, got a decent group of players as well coming into this tournament, Norway, so yeah, not a bad outside shout. Co-pilot have gone Brazil and Meta has gone for France. Co-pilot's outside pick is Japan, and Meta, I've gone really left field on this one, Uruguay. Yeah, got some good players. I think they said in their reasoning, it's if what's that lad that used to play for Liverpool, ponytail forward, Darwin Núñez, if he can fire, then they've got a chance. But, got some good players, Uruguay, but I didn't even think about them as an outsider. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 predictions for France, 2 for Brazil, 1 for Spain. Usual suspects, aren't they, for tournaments, always there or thereabouts. Outsiders, we've got 3 Portugal, 2 Japan, 1 Norway, and 1 Uruguay. Right, so again, if you liked what you've seen, give us a thumbs up. If you don't like what you've seen, give us a thumbs down. Feel free to subscribe, would appreciate it if you do. Get notifications when I get the next video out. And we'll go through part 2, which will include England's group. See how we get on. Right, thanks for watching, and hopefully see you again on the next video.